You know, as a community, you never really know what you have until it's tested. And while we wish we did not have to endure or weather the storms, if you will, one thing I can say about the leaders who stand with us today is that they come through time and time again. You can read about the reports, people can tell you about the reports, but there's nothing like being here on the ground, doing the damage assessment with the leaders to make sure that she has the information that she needs to take back to headquarters.
We know that we're going to have a long road to recovery ahead of us, and we have already started the planning efforts for what it's going to take to rebuild these communities and recover from this storm, but also recover in a way that makes them more resilient against some of the impacts from these storms in the future.
Of course, we in the recovery phase of Hurricane Ian at this point, and here we are at Fire Station 54. We're pretty privileged because we have the FEMA Director, our Administrator who is here in town, Administrator Criswell, and we also have the Fire Administration Director from the United States government who is here. They're on the ground because they have been touring Florida to see the damage and see the men and women, the first responders and others who are working to restore Florida to its level prior to Ian's devastation.
We had assisted in a briefing this morning, and it had a lot to do with the work that you've all done, boots on the ground. 1,700 rescues were made this past week. In a 24-hour period, we responded to almost 1,800 calls for service. Normal day is 350 to 375. That's you all.
And so as we move forward, in order for us to have the resources that we need to not only serve our community day to day, but certainly whenever there's a crisis that occurs, we depend on the federal government. And so having this federal, state, and local partnership is very important to everyone who lives within our county.